Intrepid, Episode 5, Hearts Lost in the Desert Sun. It has all come to this. Despite his best efforts, Joseph Paxson was unable to prevent his best friend and former teammate, Lieutenant Nadia Chavez, from being transformed into an unstoppable killing machine at the hands of the insidious dark science cabal known as the Store. In response to Lieutenant Chavez's slaughter of the town of San Miguel, the Mexican government had little choice but to call upon the power of their greatest heroes, the Golden Brigade, and a battalion of their finest soldiers to put an end to Lieutenant Chavez's rampage by any means necessary. Unwilling to abandon his friend to her fate, Paxson, along with his newly found allies, Keith Dawson, world-renowned scientist Annabella Scaglione, and her father, Vincent, undertake a last-ditch effort to head off the inevitable confrontation between Lieutenant Chavez and an army bent on her destruction. Issue 5 was one of my favorite issues to write because all of the exposition was done at this point. Any world building that needed to be done was done, and it just came down to a brawl. Just a brawl between three parties trying to stop one person from continuing a violent rampage. And it was just a joy to write because you didn't have to think of too much in terms of development. Everything was developed and it just came down to a brawl. Now this had to be reflected in the cover. So when we look at the cover, the final cover, I would say, for issue 5, I wanted to present the reader with, from Nadia's perspective, what she was dealing with or who was coming after her. And this was the Golden Brigade cover. The Golden Brigade rushing towards the reader with killer intent, meant to take this woman down. And it's great. You just, I like it. I think it's, the colors are right because it was a desert battle, browns and, basically dark, different shades of brown, aside from the actual Golden Brigade's uniforms, which are earth tones as well. So it just gives you a feel for a desert battle. It's interesting because the cover, one option for the cover was, at the time, I don't know why it got shot down, but it was same prospect, or it was the same intent as the cover that we wound up going with, but it just had a bigger scale. You had Paxson standing between Nadia and the complete forces arrayed against them, which would be the Golden Brigade and the battalion of the Mexican army in the desert, pleading for her life. But we all know that didn't work out, and the battle ensued. But this is right before the battle kicks off. I think I might have pushed for this cover, or at least this attempt at the cover. I think I pushed for it and it didn't go through for some reason. I don't even think it got used as a poster. It just didn't get used at all. So it's an actual page from within the story. Maybe that's why it didn't get used. I'm not sure. The alternate cover, when we were still doing alternate covers, was a homage, and it's simply headshots of the crew. Annabella, Paxson, going from left to right. Bottom, Keith and Vincent. Now the homage was, to me, it was obvious, but if you're not a Beatles fan, that's your problem. So it was a homage to the cover of Let It Be, which, why that came to my mind, I don't know. Maybe it was just that somber feel of the song or whatever, but it was a homage to the cover of Let It Be. And the Beatles are life is a metaphor for the Beatles, so I just had to go. I had to do that. That's my shout out because the Beatles are my crew. And I still like it. We use it as an alternate cover, and I just like looking at it too because it's just a cool cover. I think that was done by Andrew Froge. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was, and he did a pretty good job. I like the weariness look on. Paxton has this weary look about him. Bella has that optimistic look about her. Keith is Keith, and Vincent, like I say, he kind of looks like the Crypt Keeper, but he's a deadly cat anyway. So, and he almost got killed in that issue anyway. So it works. So that's it from the Crisis Corner, Anatomy of a Cover. Let me know what you think. Which cover did you like the best? Do you think we used the right one, or do you think one of the other two could have been was better suited for the primary cover? Let me know what you think. Then also comment, subscribe, check out our Patreon page. Help us continue to bring you more Intrepid content, Intrepid issues, chapters, on into the future. Appreciate the support that you've given us so far. That's it from the Crisis Corner, Anatomy of a Cover, and until next time, stay loose.